And you know what's interesting about Sanchez? Girardi's come out and said
what percentage?
been able to say this isn't going well. Which is something I don't think we would see
22.
Are you serious?
It's on live already.
It's recording?
I agree. And for Joy, I mean, yeah, I think we had 3 years left when they gave him that extension. I think everybody said that.
I'm not opening that. You can stay out now.
You know, I don't think 13 million in today's game
Sorry.
is crazy. But you did say hello. We'll be talking songs on Sunday night. But if you can't catch the show, you can listen to us on the go. You can take the podcast version of the baseball show wherever you go by subscribing to the podcast on Apple.
It just didn't let me go, bro. My head coach showed up.
Twin River Casino after the break.
Ace Ticket is Boston's trusted source for Red Sox tickets. Better seats, lower prices. Call 1-800-MY-SEATS or visit aceticket.com.
What are we coming out to today?
The place to play this summer. Every Friday night, Twin River Casino will match your New England Casino slot offer with up to $500 in free slot play. That's right. Just bring in a hard copy of your casino mailer from any New England casino, and Twin River will match it with up to $500 in free slot play. Twin River has over 4,200 slots, 119 live table games, 20 dining options, and headline entertainment. Twin River Casino.
Yeah, hold that.
So much more, so close.
Now with over 90 locations, Tom Bear Tire has New England's largest inventory of tires. All of them guaranteed lowest price you'll find anywhere. When you buy any Mastercraft tire for your car, truck, or SUV,
A sergeant came into my donuts the other day. He was a recruiter. And it was funny because he knew the 181st Infantry Regiment, the unit that I was in. And he even agreed that they're a fucked up unit. This nigga in his 20% talking about, yeah, let's record. Charge your phone, nigga. My Wi-Fi don't work in here for some reason.
Let's get it.
Fall is the perfect time to visit, so take some time for you and let go and unwind. On Myrtle Beach time.
Turn that up. Yeah, let's go.
On Myrtle Beach time.
You know what they call me? El gordito del diablo.
What? Got big.
Sign in so we can get Wi-Fi. He's still a student here, so we can get better Wi-Fi.
Word. You scared me too. I wonder if I caught that on camera.
I have to do this one. The other one didn't work.
You look so funny in the camera.
This is INNFO8 Debates, brought to you by WNRC, Nichols College, and New Era Radio. This is GR The Truth, John The Voice, and Machi Kamachi. How y'all doing?
What's going on? What's going on?
We living. How was your week, fellas? How'd y'all do this week?
Kind of flew by. It's already Sunday. Sunday fun day. You know how it is.
It was a quick week.
Right? So much to talk about, though. So much to talk about.
I'll just get us started, Kamachi.
Out of all the topics, I want to touch upon. It's kind of a big deal because Colin Kaepernick didn't have a job for the same reason. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Beast Mode. He just came out of retirement, and this is the first thing he does out the gate for preseason. What do you guys think about that now?
I think that's pretty cool that he did that. I think that's cool that he sat for what he believed in, I guess, so to speak.
But now, what's coming to that organization?
Backlash.
Because you know something's got to come. You know I understand it's a movement. You know, but
They have to do something.
what are the repercussions?
Is he gonna get suspended, you mean? No.
But what's gonna happen?
Just a lot of fan backlash, I
Yep.
think.
But that's the same reason a man doesn't have his job.
It is.
So
Something's not clicking there, huh?
yeah, that's what I'm not getting. You know, you think the Raiders will release him?
No.
Because
They went out of their way to get him out of his contract with Seattle. No way that's happening.
when reporters asked him, he said why. When they asked for explanation, you know, beast mode. I'm here so I don't get fined. He simply said why.
Wow.
So what is his meaning to that?
I think he's having someone's back when no one else is standing up to.
Or he doesn't care what anybody else is saying.
That's how I was looking at it, you know, because it's Marshawn Lynch. And
Let me ask y'all a question.
what's up?
What y'all think? Do you think the people out there that think this is disrespectful towards veterans are just being ignorant? Or do you think they have the right to feel the way they feel?
I think they have a right. Everybody has a right to feel how they want to.
But he's not protesting against the war. He's protesting against the injustices in America. That's why he doesn't stand for the national anthem. The national anthem paints a beautiful picture of the country. He doesn't see the country as a beautiful thing.
But look at what's happening with the country now.
Not even to the country, just his community, his type of people. You know what I'm saying? He's
standing out.
Yeah, but people are gonna look at this and say, well, he has a reputation for being ignorant, you know, dealing with the media in a non-professional manner. So I feel like this is gonna hurt Marshawn, but Marshawn's the type of character that really doesn't give a bleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I love that he did it, honestly, because everybody has the ability to do whatever they want. That's why this country is this country. And for him to exercise that right, because honestly, what's honestly making anybody stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance? No disrespect to the military or those who lost their lives for our country, but that's the reason you fight, is for a man to do what he wants to do. You know what it's called when you make someone do something? That's called the dictatorship. You know, that's something we're opposed. We're opposed to. That's like North Korea. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to stand for. Well, it's not if you want to. You have to stand. That's someone dictating what you do. And he didn't take a knee, but he sat down eating a banana. I mean, that could be very symbolic itself. Just that image by itself.
Oh yeah.
But
that paints a picture.
You know, and Kaepernick, he honestly needs help. He needs players to step up and say something.
Just think about it this way. You're in a high school, right? Or say a school, and you let people dress how they want to dress. Say how their religion is. Are you just gonna stop, refuse them from coming to school? Or are you gonna? Oh, you can't. So why is the NFL doing the same thing? A guy that has what's it called, struggle, because he had struggled through his years playing football, and he has made it to the Super Bowl, and he has got his team wins. So I don't know where it's going to get further, how this is going to get further, but hopefully it all turns out good for Colin Kaepernick, because I think he's a talented dude, man.
I think he's a talented dude too. I agree with that statement. I just feel like my question is, why did he opt out of his contract with San Francisco? It was a play option.
I mean, they got rid of
His team.
They got rid of a lot of people.
What does that matter? He would have had a contract. He knew what he did was going to play him in this situation.
Well, he was gonna sit the bench.
And
He's a starter.
$20 million in his pocket.
He's a starter. That's
Bad
not
move.
bad move. What,
Bad
by
move.
him protesting? All right, so this
Not by him protesting. He should have just never opted out. He should have just stayed where he was at.
they were
think
gonna
they would've
release him
kept him.
anyway. They would have not
He
kept him.
would
Are
have
you
still
kidding
got
me?
his money.
But he has the skill set and the talent to play elsewhere. That's what he thought. But it can't, bite him in the behind, and now he's unemployed.
It did.
So I don't. I'm speechless, but I'm so proud of Marshawn Lynch for stepping. He did it quietly, because what do people say when things go wrong? People should say things, right?
Yeah.
But when a man doesn't say anything and actually, gets the spotlight of how the entire world of that certain community is feeling,
You point the finger.
they're like, oh, we can't have this anymore.
Yeah.
So it's a lose-lose for a player like Cap.
Can Cap go to another sport?
I mean, he probably played baseball.
That dope, nigga. That's our show, nigga. Let me see that shit. INNFO8 Debates, presented to you by WNRC. It's somewhere around here. It's right in there. WNRC, Nichols College, a new era radio. This is us on the radio right now. Catch us 10 to midnight every Sunday. Let's get back to work.
I forgot his name. Ralph. He's an NBA player. He's a point guard, and he got fined for I forgot what it was. Let me look it up real quick for you guys. Just
I don't know what it was. What he got.
And after that, he just struggled the rest of the season and averaged like 7 points per game, saying that not associations, but sports have that much authority over people.
Are you kidding? Who's considered a hero in Boston? Tom Brady, or the police officer who just stopped someone from killing 2 people?
Tom Brady.
Exactly. That's how I look at things, and it's crazy how the NFL has that much power and that much that they can just throw whatever they want. You can't physically make someone do something they don't want. Unless they broke a law or these aren't laws. And how about if a Muslim guy who has no faith in what our culture is all about, or just doesn't want to stand for the flag, you're gonna oppress him because he follows a different pattern and wants to choose a different lifestyle? And then people will say, oh, so leave America. No, what do we consider ourselves?
American.
No, I'm talking about this land, this country. What is it?
A free world.
The land of the what?
Land of the free, home of the brave.
But how free are we? How free are the players themselves?
I don't think we're free at all. I think we're all honestly property.
Definitely, we're
weird.
investments to people.
It's true. It's weird. It's weird when you look at it that way.
But now look at it dealing with sports. This player that you're looking at, he's a human. I understand he's an X and an O, or just a regular name on the depth chart. But this man has beliefs. This man has, certain followings. He believes in a higher power. And he's not blind and dumb to what's going on in front of him, to people of his color, of his race, of his ethnicity, of his background, that they're being mistreated. Not only in sports, look at normal traffic stops. They turn deadly quickly. Why? Because officers feel the authority to, okay, you have a busted headlight, now I'm gonna stop you and search your car for drugs. That's unconstitutional, and by law they cannot do that. And to stand up for that meaning, that's a huge representation, and that's an iconic figure right there. Colin Kaepernick, I don't care what nobody says, is an iconic figure in his community. He donates to Meals on Wheels. He gave $50K to I forgot what program, but his money goes to the right areas. But yet he's still jobless, and now it took Marshawn Lynch to do it. I feel like now, I understand they were doing it before, but now it's gonna be a big thing again, because you can't fire a man for doing that.
And it wasn't only Marshawn Lynch either. It was also Michael Bennett sat down on the national anthem. So there has been a movement going with the whole Colin Kaepernick making that movement. So, I mean, if this is something that the NFL should address and should take action, not just for one player, but, if other people are doing it, you should take action through it,
My thing is, they shouldn't take any type of action.
But as in Colin Kaepernick's situation.
Yeah, but I'm talking about...
If you're not punishing other people for doing it, why are you punishing
But why punish them at all? What do you pay an NFL player for? To stand up for the national anthem or to play ball?
Play ball.
So why when he
He
doesn't...
didn't get punished, though. He's just not being signed. And the fact that...
That's not a punishment, but you have bums playing QB.
I wouldn't say it's so much a punishment, because a punishment, to me, is something that's handed down to you. I don't think anyone is punishing Colin Kaepernick. I think, in a way, you can look at it like he's being blackballed, but at the end of the day, they're always going to have this on him. Last year, the guy went 1 for 10. It doesn't matter if he has 16 touchdowns and 4 picks. It doesn't matter.
But he can't win it
1 for
himself.
10.
But he can't win it himself.
You can't win it yourself.
What did you surround him with?
But who would want someone that just went 1 and 10 as a starter?
Matthew Stafford went 0 for 16, but he still had his job.
Matthew Stafford was invested in, though.
So what? So was Colin Kaepernick.
Colin
brought his team to
Kaepernick
a
was
Super Bowl.
everything was falling apart around him.
But he wasn't falling apart. That's
It's
right.
a whole different organization, bro.
Everything was falling apart around him, but he still
Detroit's got
produced.
0 championships ever.
So what?
San Francisco is tied for second most ever. It's a completely different
But
organization.
whose fault is it that team came to that
The
team
owners.
fell apart?
The owners.
Was it
Yeah.
Caps? Because
No.
Cap brought him to the Super Bowl, and then after that, Patrick Willis retired and other players retired.
Yep.
And then you left the man with scraps because Vernon Davis left. You know, they lost everything, and the man still put up positive numbers.
He had good games. He had good moments.
So how's he not being punished?
I don't think he's being punished. I think he, in a way, he could be being blackballed, but at the end of the day, bro, yeah, does he deserve a spot in the league? Yeah, he does, but are there 60 quarterbacks in the league better than him?
60? No
I mean,
way. He's better than starting quarterbacks.
Okay, so let's name. If we can name more than 10 or 15, I'll say that he's more than likely being blackballed.
All right, so not blackballed. We're not even discussing. He's not being blackballed. He's being punished.
All right, so let's go. 15 starting QBs in the league that aren't as good as Colin Kaepernick.
Jay Cutler,
Jay Cutler.
Tyrod Taylor. All right, matter of fact, make this a lot easier. Just go down by teams.
Okay.
Pop
so
a team into your head and just.
Seattle.
He's not better than Russell Wilson.
Okay.
You're about to name all the elite quarterbacks.
Trevor Siemian.
He's better than Trevor Siemian. The only reason why Trevor Siemian even got shine was because his defense was ridiculously
Deshaun
nice.
Watson.
No, Deshaun is nice.
Okay. Dak Prescott.
I don't know. Would Dak Prescott be Dak Prescott on any other team?
Line? No. With a better offensive line.
Look at what Darren McFadden did with them.
That's not the question at hand. The question at hand is, is he
I
better?
mean,
Is he
all
better?
right, he's not better at the moment, but with
Okay.
that line, he'll
That's
be
all
better.
that matters.
All right, keep going.
Anyways. Yeah, Jerry Jones got enough problems on his hands. I don't think he wants
Another one.
Elliott. Come on, Ezekiel. Anyways. All right, so San Fran. Who's their starting QB?
I don't even know that. That's how I'm talking about.
So why did he opt out is my question in the first place. Anyways.
Because why stay there if they're not gonna? You want to win. You don't want to play.
Maybe he wants to get paid.
You don't want to just play to play.
Anyways.
You want to win.
So we're gonna go ahead and go with another NFC West squad out there. Carson Palmer? Is he better than Carson Palmer?
Carson Palmer's not good. When was the last?
Has Carson Palmer made it to the playoffs?
Yeah, he's made it to the
Has he
playoffs.
made it to the Super Bowl?
No.
Okay, so Colin Kaepernick's better than him.
Okay. So, anyways.
He is. Are you kidding
I
me?
thought you were just saying in the car on the way here that you don't have to be great to make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
blah,
but-
blah, blah.
But Colin Kaepernick is better than Carson Palmer.
I agree with that.
Are you kidding me?
I don't think so. I think Carson Palmer is a better QB. He's
All right.
been more consistent throughout his career. Carson Palmer's a vet, bro. He's pretty nasty.
So is Cap.
Couple plays away from making it to the Super Bowl.
He already made it to the Super Bowl.
He lost though.
So what? That's something.
Why does that matter?
That's something Palmer didn't even get to
Why
experience.
do losses in football matter, but losses in basketball don't? See, your logic,
No,
your logic
what?
is all
Because
messed
you're
up.
trying to sit there
All
and
right,
say
anyways,
that Carson Palmer's better than him.
Anyways,
All right, who are you drafting? Carson Palmer?
I swear on my life, anyways is about to be my new catchphrase. Anyways. Who am I drafting over Carson Palmer?
No, I said who. If you have a quarterback slot and you see Carson Palmer's name or Cap's name, who are you taking?
Carson Palmer.
You're bugging out.
I think I got to take Carson Palmer. Other than the injuries, he's been the better quarterback in his career.
He can't escape the pocket. Can't do any of that. Why do you think his teams don't make it far?
He's been nice. I think he's been
He's
better.
been
than
nice,
Carson.
yeah. Where?
He's just a good QB.
Give me that. He's
He went to the NFC Championship game with Arizona
Cap did it twice.
and lost one. And then
Okay.
lost one.
Palmer lost all of them. I mean,
Okay.
The fact
Carson
is,
Palmer sucks too.
but you know,
Anyways.
you have to win.
Anyways.
You have to win to get to the
All
championship.
right, Rams. Jared Goff. Is he
Jared
better
Goff?
than Jared Goff? Yeah, he's better than Jared Goff.
Yeah.
We're
Jared
not
Goff
even
is-
keeping track of how many quarterbacks he's better than, but okay.
That's three.
There's
already.
like 5
That's
already.
He
three.
said 3. We're gonna go over the tape, and I ain't even said 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, you did. You said Trevor Simeon. I said Matthew Stafford,
Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer.
We didn't even say Matthew Stafford, but
I did.
Yeah.
And
But nah, that's definitely
Russell
Matthew
Wilson.
Stafford.
Russell Wilson.
is he better than Matthew Stafford?
I believe. Yo, you
No,
can't
nah,
go.
nah, he's not better than Matthew
Oh my-
Stafford.
I don't think he's better
not
than
better
Matthew Stafford.
All
I'm
Matthew
sorry.
Stafford could do is throw the rock 100 yards.
What do you do? What do you do at
That's
QB?
what
You throw the rock.
Yeah, you can just throw the ball wherever you want.
Yeah.
Cause that's what he does. He throws it to the other goal line and no one catches it.
I was reading something about Brady's 40th birthday. They were talking about a few stories from when he was playing. And I guess Mike Vrabel, you know how they always used to throw touchdowns to that linebacker back in the day? Mike Vrabel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he was calling for the ball wide open one day. And he came back to the huddle. And Brady was like, Mike, I see you open. I'm the effing quarterback. I decide where the ball goes or something like that. I was dying when I read that. You got to have some balls to be a QB in this league, to be honest.
You
Got
do.
to.
You do.
You got to.
You can't be soft.
You got to, like, own that spot, too.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I
Cap
guess,
definitely owns. I'm telling you, when he steps into that huddle, he makes plays.
yeah, he's not, he's an average QB.
You said 50 quarterbacks are better than him.
He's an average QB.
50 quarterbacks.
He's an average QB.
He's a QB that you would want, though.
See, but here's the
Among
thing.
all
He's
these
asking
15
for
other
$9 million a year. 8 to 9 million
Didn't
a year.
McGlennon just get 8 for being a backup for
He's
the
the
Bucks?
starter for them this year.
Not the for who?
Lennon.
Oh, no, I'm-
Mike Lennon.
What team? What team is that?
He just got signed to the Bears. They're starting.
Oh, that's crazy because they drafted a rookie who's taking his spot and he's getting paid $8 million to be a bench player.
And?
So
It's
an
not-
extra
bro,
mil.
He's starting right off the rip, bro. Mitch Trubisky's not the starting quarterback over there.
I bet you by week 1, Trubisky got that
I
job.
bet you that no, that's not gonna happen. They've already come out and said they're not just gonna give this kid the job. 'Cause
No,
they have
he got 4 weeks to do it. And did you see week 1's performance?
He did all right.
He did better than their starting quarterback who's getting paid to be a bench player next year.
Who
$8
lost?
million.
Who lost that game?
Anyways.
What?
Next team.
The
NFC
Pats
East.
lost.
Is Kirk Cousins better than him? Yes.
Kirk Cousins is nice. He is nice. Kirk Cousins deserves to get paid.
Eli Manning better than him?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say no. That's disgusting.
That's disrespectful.
All right, who else is in there? Eagles. Carson Wentz.
I don't know. Carson Wentz had a very first 4 games. Like, oh my God, he.
And they say he's getting pretty good. Like they say, he made that good second-year jump.
Yeah, who said that?
ESPN.
His coach.
Yeah, his coach said that.
I don't know if his coach
Because you
said
know what's
that.
crazy? They also said that about RG3 and what happened.
RG3. He had a bad second
Where
year.
is RG3 now? He's
He
not
just got.
there, right?
He just got. Did he get picked up?
Did he get picked up by San Diego?
I don't know. Check that. That's something you want to look up, but he's better than Phillip Rivers.
No, he's not.
Phillip Rivers is so garbage. Phillip Rivers is the worst quarterback in his draft class. How about that?
Phillip Rivers?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yep. With Big Ben, Eli. I can't believe the biggest mistake for the for the Chargers was to trade away Eli Manning.
He didn't want to play there.
I don't care if you don't want to play there.
He literally said he was not going to suit up for that.
That's cool.
You
You don't play in the NFL.
You don't get paid.
You don't
Oh,
play.
this just in. Seattle Seahawks Michael Bennett stays on bench for the anthem.
Told you.
So now what's gonna happen? I'm telling you,
It's a movement.
no, it's the players gotta stand up for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because those owners aren't the ones getting beat down. But yet you're gonna mistreat one of them for
Commissioner, too.
you know? The commissioner has. I don't like the commissioner.
What do you guys think about that Buffalo Bills trade? Jordan Matthews. I can tell you right now, Jordan Matthews already got hurt in his first practice.
You think this is his fallout season?
Yeah, he fell out on practice. Cause he ain't good. Jordan Matthews,
Yeah, they actually got rid of a decent cornerback
Who,
too.
Tremaine?
No, it wasn't the Rams that got rid of him. It was Buffalo. His name was E.J. Gaines. He was a second-round pick in 2018. Oh no, sorry, he was
2018 was on 2017.
my fault because they sent a second-round pick for 2018 as well. Nah, his name's E.J. Gaines. He was a second-team All-Rookie last year. So, hey, that's an accomplishment.
I don't know. Sammy Watkins is. I don't know what it was about Buffalo. His first year out of college, he was ridiculous though. He was a beast. I'm telling you that now.
So where's Melo going?
Melo?
Where's Melo
Melo's
going?
staying for another season until his contract is up.
You think so?
They're not gonna do really nothing. He's not gonna get traded to the Cavaliers.
So-
They're not gonna trade for what?
So then that means Melo's gonna ball out this year.
Or he's just probably. Well, yeah, he has to if
It's
he wants
not.
to get
Got to.
Or
Good
he's gonna get a
contract.
little chubbier,
and just be
And
slow.
retire next
stock
year.
up on his money, and just call it a career.
Maybe.
Can't go bad with how much money he made. What was his contract? 100-something million? 108?
128.
Woo! I mean, give me 128 million.
The
I'm
real-
kicking back being fat all day.
The real talk is Kyrie Irving's trade rumors about him getting traded to Phoenix.
For who?
Wow.
For Bledsoe and Josh Jackson.
Steelers, Martavis Bryant joins his first practice in 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Be afraid. Yeah, the NFL needs to. They need to get off of the Steelers. They're trying to hold us back.
They trying to hold you back.
You know, Martavis Bryant. He passed all his rehabilitation. They came and took him out of practice and said he wasn't reinstitutionalized or And I'm sitting back like, why not? He didn't went through all the courses you're giving him, passed everything, and he just wants to play. But you're holding him back. Why? It's because they want Big Ben to retire because he's a threat. He's a beast, and now he got. I'm saying he's breaking records this year.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Who, Big Ben?
Yeah, Big Ben's dookies.
Big Ben is nasty, bro.
I love Big Ben. I used to use Big Ben in Madden 06. Literally, Hail Mary every single time.
So now I got something. So speaking of the Steelers, Le'Veon Bell,
Contract situation?
and I'm kind of nervous.
Do they want to sign him?
They don't see the thing about Le'Veon's contract. He doesn't want to get paid as the highest paid running back either. He wants to get paid the highest paid running back and your second team wide receiver salary. Because he was second in receiving for the Steelers. So he's a big player in our passing game. And
Did you
now,
give it to him?
are you kidding me?
I'm giving it to him.
Easily. He's number one. He's the best running back in the NFL.
You think so?
I know so.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Ezekiel Elliott is not even in the combo.
He's second, then goes David Johnson.
Let's look at last year's rushing totals.
I don't care what stats say. Look at those teams.
Let's look at last year's rushing totals.
Put Le'Veon Bell on the Cowboys O-line.
Ooh, hold up. Ezekiel Elliott, 1,631 yards.
Right?
Jordan Howard, 1313.
He did it in 13 games.
DeMarco Murray, 1287. Jai, 1272. Le'Veon Bell, 1268.
Remember, he was also suspended 4 games.
That's not Ezekiel's fault. This year it's his turn to gain ground.
Well, he suspended 6 games.
Let's see who had more touchdowns. Let's see who had more touchdowns. What's your guess? Who had more touchdowns?
Ezekiel.
David Johnson.
Or DeMarco.
We will find out right now. I'll tell you right now, Ezekiel
What he had,
had
like 11,
a little higher,
13,
15
total touchdowns or rushing touchdowns?
rushing touchdowns.
Who's second?
Jordan Howard.
I'm looking at Le'Veon's stats right now.
I'm telling you, Le'Veon is a beast.
7 touchdowns?
He's still a beast. Are you kidding me?
Ooh. That kind of turns you off about him, though.
It's crazy how he's only had 7 touchdowns, but in the top 100 players, he was ranked highest running back. Why?
He's nasty.
So don't look at those stats. Just look at him on the field.
He had more than Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard had 6.
Jordan Howard is oh man. I say the top 3 running backs next year.
Guess how many touchdowns Odell has?
Odell's a different breed.
10.
Odell is a different breed. But now, the thing that scares me about this Le'Veon contract,
I can get paid more.
really, this guy did it 1 year. He took his team to the Super Bowl, and you're gonna give him $55 million. And I'm sitting here doing all this, and I'm getting $8 million, $6 million. Like,
Hold that thought while I let y'all know that we are presented by WNRC, Nichols College Radio, and New Era Radio. This is INNFO8 Debates with GR, John the Voice, and Machi Kamachi doing our thing tonight till 11:30. Yes, we are. It's my boy Daniel. Sorry, that's how you know it's been a long day. It's my boy Daniel on the camera here on our YouTube live feed. Come say what's up to the people, Daniel.
What up, boys? Wake up.
You already know.
It's early.
You already know.
he's about to cut out. Who's David?
You know how we do. If y'all
Right.
want to join
Click.
the conversation, it's 508-943-8320. I had to wake myself up a little bit, slap myself after destroying my boy Daniel right there real quick. Damn. My
So
fault.
I destroy him on Friday, you see?
Anyways, though, so what's next? What's next on the agenda tonight, fellas?
This is so much talk about Conor McGregor's video.
You're talking about the one where he looked doo-doo?
Yeah, that one, or the one that his camp put out about him beating Paulie.
Yep.
The
World champion boxer he was sparring with.
It kind of looked like he fell off because he was letting McGregor just destroy him.
Yeah, but that was only one part of the clip.
It was it looked awful. It looked like that guy Paulie never boxed a day in his life type of bad.
It says Paulie Malik Nagy.
What are you speaking, Chinese?
Speaking of the Harris or
I
something?
know, he's like Italian or
No,
something.
he's from Brooklyn, but he was getting beat up crazy. Something that I could never see happen.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Conor McGregor is not nice.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just watching Cyrus Jones get destroyed over here on our TV. This guy, Bill Belichick, if you're listening out there, man, this is 97.5 INNFO8 Debates. This is just my advice to you. Get rid of that boy. You wasted that pick, man.
I feel like he wants to get traded though.
He looked great. He looked great in college. He came into the league. He did all right to start off, and then bam, crap the bed.
And what about Logan Ryan? Did you guys see Logan Ryan's performance for the Titans? He was getting smoked.
That's bad. He got paid.
Smoked, but no, back to Cyrus Jones. He lit up a 97-yard touchdown.
That's not even right.
I was watching it and I was like, this is what I was like. There got to be a flag somewhere, offensive pass interference, because there's no way this prospect out of Alabama could do this. I understand Alabama produces bust running backs, but every other player that plays defensively out of Alabama and gets drafted makes an impact. And Cyrus Jones has yet to touch the field on that starting defense. I think it's time to let him go.
Let another team try to deal with him. See what's wrong with him.
I mean, why not?
Yo, y'all know what's crazy? Dion Lewis. Ever since he's been in the lineup, in any game he started in, the Patriots haven't lost a game. You know what else is crazy? He's dating one of my girlfriend's friends. Like, legit.
Get out.
Yeah, it's
So
weird, right?
What you said?
No, hell no. I don't have any chance of meeting this guy. I just think that's hilarious.
That is crazy.
Small
What'd you
world.
say? Jimmy was looking good last night, too.
So what's the dealio, Machito? What's going on over there?
I had a couple Patriot fans talking junk.
Oh, tell him to give us a call.
They were
508-943-8320. We out here.
They were defending their boy Cyrus Jones. I mean, I don't know, his third year in?
Second year. He was a rookie last year.
I understand he came out of Alabama and stuff, but this is the NFL. They don't care if you're 23 years old. When you get drafted out of Alabama, you got to be nice.
Yeah, no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
There's no look what happened to Mark Ingram.
What was Trent Richardson was?
Look at Trent Richardson's hype out of Alabama. Why? Why was he so hyped up?
He's Heisman, wasn't he?
And what school he came out of?
Alabama.
You know, once you go to Bama, you got to be the. Think about just getting into Alabama.
That was a bust, too.
Think about just getting recruited by Alabama.
True.
You're considered spawning. You're already drafted.
You're guaranteed. Whenever you say I'm eligible, I'm entering my name for the draft, you can get drafted.
Yeah.
And then you do that. Come on, Cyrus Jones.
Yeah, that's sad. He kind of has been in the cream of the crop programs, like, as far as NFL and college goes. I don't know where the kid went to college, but...
Who, Cyrus Jones?
Yeah.
Alabama.
No, I'm sorry, not college. I don't know where he went to high school. I don't know how prestigious his high school was.
It doesn't matter to get recruited by Alabama.
No, that's what I'm saying. Alabama and New England, to have those types of teams on your resume, dude, you should have a job for the rest of your career.
I don't know. It's just... I don't think he understands the defense or something. Because he looked awful. I understand he's a safety, but you got to be able to make that transition in the NFL. Because you do all the same drills as the corners. You're doing everything that the cornerbacks are doing. And then when it comes to team, you're just 6 yards behind them. That's it. And then when you get... He's a physical guy, you know, to be on that Alabama... And it's not like he was off the bench. He was a starter in that 11. And you know those, they only start grown men.
He was a star.
They only start grown men. And then to come into the NFL and get beat by who? What was the trivia? What was the guy's name who beat him?
That's terrible trivia. I have no idea.
Exactly. So you should be getting beat by no names?
Hell no.
Your name is known. That dude's name is known. It's crazy how he's a third-string defensive back, but yet still known.
Seriously.
But no one knows that receiver who burned him for 97 yards.
True.
What college he went to?
I don't know. True.
Wasn't Alabama?
Nope.
Think about Cyrus Jones.
It could have been.
Cyrus Jones was going against his wide receivers are crazy. You know, every year Alabama has the best. I'm gonna say they have the best draft class every year. Hey, you want to go to the NFL? Go to Alabama. You want to go to the NBA? Go to Kentucky. That's how it is.
True.
When was the last time Alabama didn't make it to the national championship game?
2-3 years ago.
They made it when Cyrus Jones was there. I know that.
Yeah. But football is like the ultimate team sport. You can't just have one great player and take it all the way.
Okay, ready?
You gotta have a bunch of great players.
So he's one guy out of 10. So those 10 guys that are around him aren't good.
Yeah.
You gotta be good. The thing is, you gotta be better than the man ahead of you to start. So he's not better than him. So it's somewhere that he lacks. Cause I don't understand. He got God-given abilities.
He does.
And he can't.
Look at Tyrann Mathieu.
What?
He came into the league and straight killed it, just like he did
I
in
was about
college.
to say, because when he's healthy, he's the best defensive player on the field.
Yeah, nah, he's nasty.
He's disgusting.
He's nasty.
Kidding me? He was the most hyped player coming out.
Man, who does he remind you?
Tyrann?
Tyrann.
He's like, when he's healthy, to me, I don't want to say Earl Thomas because Earl got his own play style, but he's a better version of Earl Thomas. He comes and hits like Earl and covers sideline to sideline, but I feel like he tackles better and he plays the ball so much better. And when it's on the run, Earl Thomas is just throwing his entire body at you. Tyrann Mathieu isn't even looking at you. He's going after that ball. That's why him coming out of college, he was considered a Heisman finalist. You know how hard that is?
As a defensive player.
You know the last person to win that?
Who?
Charles Woodson. And you know why he won it? Because he played offense a lot at Michigan.
He also had 8 interceptions that year,
But Tyrann had, he probably had, look this up, look up Tyrann. Tyrann probably had like 5 interceptions, but like 4 forced fumbles. And like 4 punt returns to the house. You know, a couple defensive touchdowns.
Force.
You know, that he's 5'8". You don't get called the Honey Badger for a reason. Wow. You know what Deion Sanders said about him when he seen him in the draft? This is the best player I've seen since me. You know what? Like, that means a lot coming from primetime.
Yeah, that does mean a lot coming from primetime, honestly.
And this was a year, and that was a whole year after Mathieu got suspended from LSU. And he still came out and balled. And it's just so glad. I'm so glad that they got 2 LSU Tigers on there, Pat Pete and him. Come on, they make that secondary. What's his numbers look like in college? Because they must have been disgusting. Because you ever seen a Honey Badger highlight tape? It was crazy.
Yeah, those are some of the craziest highlight tapes to watch.
You see him scoring a bunch of touchdowns, and he didn't play offense. I think, who won it that year? Was it Derrick Henry or who's the running back before Derrick Henry?
Mark Ingram.
No, it was Yeldon, then Ingram. Ingram, Yeldon, Henry. Yeah, Henry won it that year.
All right, so in 2011, he had 76 tackles.
That's it?
6 forced fumbles.
6 forced fumbles.
2 picks.
So that equivalents to 8 turnovers.
He had no touchdowns, though.
What?
Oh, fumbles he did. Yep, he had 2 fumble recoveries for touchdowns, but he had no pick sixes.
All right, but do you understand how hard it is to force a fumble?
2 punt return touchdowns.
So that's 4 in total.
He's had 4 total.
Out of a man who's 5'8", 185 pounds, going up against the best players
That's crazy.
In college. And yet you're going to give it to the Alabama running back who gets everyone number 1. All his linemen go top 5 in the draft.
That's crazy. He really had 4 touchdowns like that.
He has 6 forced fumbles.
He had 4 touchdowns each year. 2 punt return touchdowns and 2 fumble recoveries each year. All brought back to the crib.
He should have won.
Not to mention he recovered 5 fumbles, 8 fumbles total.
He
recovered 8 fumbles and brought 4 of them to the crib.
He should have won Heisman that year. So that's why.
That's crazy.
You ever seen him his rookie year? The highlight of Tyrann's rookie year before he went out with his ACL tear was he was playing the Rams, and what's his name? Jared Cook, the tight end for the Rams at the moment. At the time, he broke away for like 60 yards in the end zone at the 1-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu punched the ball out from behind him for a touchback. That kid is a beast. Whenever he's healthy, he is a problem. Teams literally avoid him.
It was against the Rams, you said?
Yeah, look that up.
I am looking it up.
Because John, you might want to go over there and watch that play because this is the heart of a 5'8" player. When healthy, the best defensive player on the field. At all times, he's the best defensive player on the field. He has the skill set to do whatever he wants. He can cover like a cornerback, hit like a little linebacker.
Well, he's fast.
And he just knows the game.
He's fast.
he knows the game. He knows the system. He knows it all. You know, he's just someone who was born to play football.
Oh, he's small too.
Come on,
Fast.
like to do that.
He's very fast.
To do that at that moment, you know how instinctively you gotta be. You know how skilled you gotta be.
You have to be ready for that. Like,
You have to be on another level, on a complete other level.
Look up his year before look at his stats before he got hurt. What was it this year? Because he was having a breakout year. I think he had like 3 picks, 1 to the house. I think he only played like 4 games. Because
Think he could end up being one of the best safeties of all time?
his body can't sustain the hits that are taken and given.
I think it's too early to say.
He had 2 ACL surgeries already. You need your knees to cut, you know? What are those stats before he got hurt look like?
Let's see.
Because I know he had a pick 6 versus, I can't tell you that team, but he could hold a pick 6. He probably had a couple tackles. But just the fact that he can't stay healthy it just, wow.
He got hurt in his rookie and sophomore year.
Yep.
And you mean last year?
Yeah.
What was it before he got hurt?
Yep.
He had a forced fumble, a pick. He had 5 picks in 2015. One pick 6. Huh. Hasn't taken any punts to the house and hasn't taken any kickoffs to the house yet.
He had 5 picks before he got hurt.
He had 5 picks in 2015 in 14 games.
But he got hurt last year, too.
Last year, he played in 10 games and had 1 pick.
How many forced fumbles?
He had 1 forced fumble last year.
I don't know, but as a safety, he's a player you want because the year before that, where he had 5 picks and how many forced fumbles?
5 picks, 1 forced fumble.
He gets after the ball.
He's only had 3 forced fumbles.
You say only like that's easy. Who's the starting running back? I mean, look up Patrick Chung, how many forced fumbles he's had.
Patrick Chung?
Yeah, and he's played a lot longer than Tyrann Mathieu. Matthews is 3rd year?
Yeah.
So 3 years he's had a
4th
forced
year.
fumble.
This is 4th year.
And he's had a forced fumble every year?
Yep. No. He only had 1 or 2 forced fumbles. Let's see. Patrick Chung. He had 91 tackles last year. 1 pick. Patrick Chung is a great Patriot.
Great Patriot. He's a great safety. He's a good safety. What do you mean, great Patriot? You put him on any other team, he's going to
Great
fall out.
Patriot. Great Patriot. Definition of a Patriot.
What's that?
Great player.
Yeah. Every Patriot player is a great player.
Yeah, every single one.
Every
Last
single one.
So Patrick Chung has had 9 picks in his career, 1 touchdown, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery his whole career.
So why are you saying only like forced fumbles are easy? And Patrick Chung is what, like 6'1", 235?
5'11", 215.
That's a stocky dude. Now Tyrann's 5'8", probably 205. 3 forced fumbles already.
That's crazy.
He already has more picks than Patrick Chung in his career, right?
He does.
In 3 years.
He does. I'll give him that. But we are presented by WNRC, Nichols College, and New Era Radio. This is INNFO8 Debates, and we'll be right back after this short PSA.
There's somebody going in and out on YouTube. Somebody's going on and off of the fucking live feed. Somebody's watching.
Just one person?
Keeps going on and off. Watch it be you.
Yo, Tyrann Mathieu is a force, bro.
I just wanted to take a little break.
Oh yeah. I'm getting tired too.
George ain't running no PlayStation after this.
Look at this guy. Yeah. Then we got this black ass Arabian motherfucker.
Yeah, I already know.
TJ's.
Oh, shit down.
TJ.
WNRC. Nichols clothes ready.
JJ's?
Nah, TJ Hendrick. No, TJ Watts.
Oh, he's nasty. He's nasty. 2 sacks. That's all.
This is Joe Perry and Steven Tyler of Aerosmith for Red.
I'm Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. Senior and sucking dick.
Y'all want to be out at like 11:15ish? Really want
Okay.
We gotta do it for 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. 13 minutes.
We'll go till 11 too.
George.
This is what I love about us controlling our own shit. I feel like fucking leaving, we can leave.
Yeah, but we should get there early as possible. I'm not gonna be there.
That's true, yo. That's so
Next
true,
week,
bro.
Same shit happens, we'll go early.
There's no bullshit, bro.
Is that what it is?
Something happened today with her son. She told me her son was in the ICU.
We'll take that.
Damn, nigga.
Not like that, bro, but I'm saying.
He said, what?
We'll take that out. We'll take that out.
bro.
I mean, sorry.
Be here earlier, fuck that. You know what I mean? We have to work in the morning, so it's
8
like,
to 10, nigga,
we'll
be good.
take
We can
that
go
any
home.
day. Give us time to go home, shower, you know, relax our body to go to bed. Yeah, bro, you see, he on the right page. You wasn't here about it.
George is like, I just want to go home and say Friday.
Shoot. Alright, we back. Let's go with. What are we doing?
North Korea and the United States.
Yeah, let's talk about the rallies.
Tell them to get on this topic.
Yeah, Dan, you can shut down that feed, I guess.
Let's get it, Dan.